Hello YouTubers, today we are going to see how Prim's algorithm actually is implemented. Prim's algorithm is used to find minimum spanning tree of a given graph. It does not form a cycle but it covers every single node. The IDE which we are going to use is Qt. So here we select new project, non-Qt project, plain C++. Here we give a name for our program. Qt provides basic hello world program. Here we don't need that, so we just delete this. We use object oriented programming. For that we require a class and object. Here we take class prims. It is not necessary that class name and program name should be same. Here we give access specifiers private and public. In private we give int number of edges, number of nodes, 2-dimension two-dimensional graph of array 10. Also visited and minimum distance of array 10. We are going to use this in program. In public we declare member function, void input, void output, and void spanning tree. In class we declare a constructor. The constructor name should be at same of the class name. Here we set number of edges and number of nodes to 0. For that we initialize I is equal to 0, I less than 10. And for graph we initialize j is equal to 0 to j less than 10. We also assign visited and minimum distance array to 0. Also for graph we assign the graph matrix to 0. Now for declaring the function outside the class we use this syntax: return type void, class name prims, scope resolution, and the member function name, which is input here. In this member function we require data members, integer vertex 1, vertex 2, and cost. To take the input from a user of number of nodes, we give cout statement, enter the number of vertices. To take the input of number of edges from the user, we give cout statement, enter the number of edges. To take the input of the graph from user, we initialize I is equal to 0 to I less than number of edges I plus plus. We will take the input of vertex 1 from the user and for the vertex 2 then the appropriate message should be displayed on the screen. So here we take cout statement, enter the cost of, here it will be declared vertex 1 value and vertex 2 value. Cost what? Of vertex 1 and vertex 2 will be initialized in a graph with their cost. Now we take member function output void prim scope resolution output. Here we initialize I to 0, I less than number of nodes and I plus plus. To display the graph appropriately, we require this cout statement endl. Then we initialize j is equal to 0 to j less than number of nodes j plus plus. Here we set the width to 4 to display the matrix of the graph appropriately. Then we require a cout statement of a graph ij. To call the functions, we need to create an object of the class. So we take prims class name, object name obj, obj.input is our first member function. Obj.output is our second member function. Now we declare a function spanning tree where actual Prim's algorithm is going to work. Here we assign maximum value to minimum variable, which is 9999. Then we take variables row, column and index and assign it to 0. We initialize I is equal to 0 to I less than number of nodes I plus plus. Also we initialize j is equal to I to j less than number of nodes j plus plus to traverse the graph. Now we add if loop. If graph of ij is less than minimum value, which is 9999, and graph of ij is not equal to 0, then if both the conditions are true, then if loop will be executed, in which minimum variable will assign graph of ij, row will assign vertex 1, and column will be assigned to vertex 2. Now we set the flag to 1 of visited rows and visited columns so that they will not be visited again. Also, we set minimum value to minimum distance array. As the number of nodes visited by the first edge are 2, therefore the nodes which are going to be visited again will be nodes minus 2. So the loop will be I is equal to 0, I less than number of nodes minus 2, I plus plus. Here we assign maximum value to minimum variable. Now we need to find the second minimum node which has minimum age. So we will just copy paste the above code. Copy and paste it here. As the I variable is used before, so we just change this variable. Let us take j. Now here let us take k. And change the variables accordingly. Done. As the second visited edge should come through visited node only, so we put a if condition over here. If visited of j is equal to 1, this loop will be executed if this condition is true. We need to check another condition here, that is the visited node is not a self loop. So we give visited of k is equal to 0. Now we store this minimum age in minimum distance array. And make the flag visited row and visited column to 1. Now we declare a variable named total to calculate the sum of the ages. From the above loop of for, we will get the minimum ages. So we will write to display the minimum distance path, we require a cout statement. Minimum distance path is here. To calculate minimum distance path, we required a loop I is equal to 0, I less than number of nodes minus 1, I plus plus. To calculate the total minimum ages, we require a statement cout minimum distance of I, and the total will be calculated as total is equal to total plus minimum distance of I. To display the final answer, we require a cout statement total path cost is with input total. To call this function of spanning tree, we require to call this function from main function obj dot spanning tree. Now let us see how the program executes. Let us run the program. There are some errors here. Let's see the errors. J is not declared in the scope, and K is not declared. Now let's run the program again. I have a graph over here. Now let's put the values of nodes. The number of nodes are 4 and the number of edges are 6. The edge from vertex 1 to 0 is 1. The edge from 0 to 2 is 5. The edge from 2 to 3 is 4. The edge from 3 to 1 is 20. The edge from 0 to 3 is 6. The edge from 1 to 2 is 10. The program has run successfully and the minimum cost is 10.
We have completed our Prince algorithm. If you liked our video, then please subscribe our channel. If you want to download this code, then the link is provided in the description below. And if you have any doubts regarding the code, just comment it in the comment section, or you can also email us at jabirus711@gmail.com. The link is given in the description. I repeat, jabiru711 at gmail.com. So, and in the email you can also tell us some more algorithm which you would like us to explain. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.